I was going to have a recital out back for those who were interested, and then people told me that I should go ahead and do it at third round. I just didn't want to. It's kind of long, so I didn't want to bore anyone or anything. But I will recite the Havamal. You know, it's the sayings of Har. It's the sayings of the High One. It's the core of our beliefs are wrapped up in the Havamal. I mean, it is, in a nutshell, what we stand for, what we believe. And so I'm going to sit down while I do this, though. Have thy eyes about thee when thou enterest. Be wary alway. Be watchful alway. For one never knoweth when need will be to meet hidden foe in the hall. All hail to the givers, a guest hath come. Say, where shall he sit? In haste is he to the hall who cometh, to find a place by the fire. The warmth seeketh who hath wandered long, and is numb about his knees. Meat and dry clothes the man needeth, over the fells who hath fared. A drink needeth, to full dishes who cometh, a towel and the prayer to partake. Good bearing eke to be well liked, and be bidden to banquet again. Of his wit hath need who widely fareth, a dull wit will do at home. A laughing stock he who lacketh words, among smart wits when he sits. To be bright of brain let no man boast, and take good heed of his tongue. The sage and silent come seldom to grief, as they fare among folk in the hall. More faithful friend findest thou never, than shrewd head on thy shoulders. The wary guest to wassail who comes, listens that he may learn, opens his ears, casts his eyes about, thus wards him the wise man gainst harm. Happy is he who hath won him the love and liking of all, for hard it is one's help to seek from the mind of another man. Happy is he who hath won him both winning ways and wisdom, for ill-led is oft who asketh help from the wit and words of another. Better burden bearest thou nowise than shrewd head on thy shoulders. In good stead will it stand among stranger folk, and shield when unsheltered thou art. Better burden bearest thou nowise than shrewd head on thy shoulders, but with worser food farest thou never than in overmuch of mead. For good is not, though good is it thought, mead for the sons of men. The deeper he drinks, the dimmer grows the mind of many a man. The heron of heedlessness hovers o'er the feast, and steals the minds of men. With that fowl's feathers fettered I was, when I was Gunloth's guest. Drunk I became, dead drunk forsooth, when I was with wise Fjallar. That bout is best from which back fetches each man his mind full clear. Let a king's offspring be sparing of words, but bold in battle. Glad and wholesome the hero be till come his dying day. The unwise man thinks that I will live, if from fighting he flees. But the ails and aches of old age dog him, though spears have spared him. Oh, having a little stage fright. I just need a starter.
That was good, man.
Only he is aware who hath wandered long and far hath been afield. What manner of man be he whom he meets, if himself be not wanting in wit? The cup spur not, yet be sparing withal. Say what is needful or not. For ill breeding upbraids thee no man, soon thou goest to sleep. The greedy guest gainsays his head, and eats until he is ill. His belly oft maketh a butt of a man, on bench midst the sage when he sits. The herd do know when home they shall, and gang from grass to the stalls, but the unwise man will not ever learn how much his maw will hold. The ill-minded man, who meanly thinketh, fleers at both foul and fair. He does not know, as know he ought, that he is not free from flaws. The unwise man waketh all night, thinking of this and that, tosses, sleepless, and is tired at morn, nor lighter for that his load. The unwise man weens that all who laugh with him like him too, nor sees their scorn, though they sneer at him, on bench midst the sage when he sits. The unwise man weens that all who laugh with him like him too, but then he finds, when to the thing he comes, few spokesmen to speed his cause. The unwise man weens he knows all, if from harm he is far at home, but knows not ever what answer to make when others ask him aught. The unwise man, among others who comes, let him be sparing in speech, for no one knows that naught is in him, but he opens his mouth too much. Clever is he who is keen to ask, and eke to answer all men. 'Tis hard to hide from the hearing of men what is on everyone's lips. Much at random oft rambles he whose tongue does ever tattle. A talker's tongue, unless tamed it be, will often work him woe. No mock make thou of any man, though thou comest among kinsmen. He knowing weans him whom no one has asked, and dry-shod hies him home. A wise man he who hies him betimes from the man who likes to mock, for at table who teases can never tell what foe he might have to fight. Many a man means no ill, yet teases the other at table. Strife will ever start among men when guest clashes with guest. An early meal a man should get him, lest famished he comes to the feast. He sits and stuffs, as though starved he were, and naught he says to his neighbors. To false friend a far way 'tis, though his roof be reared by the road. To staunch friend a straight way leads, though far he has fared from thee. Get thee gone betimes. A guest should not stay in one's stead too long. Leaf grows loath when too long one sits on bench, though in he were bidden. One's home is best, though a hut it be. There a man is master and lord. Though but 2 goats dine and a thatched roof, 'tis far better than beg. One's home is best, though a hut it be. There a man is master and lord. His heart doth bleed who has to beg the meat for his every meal. From his weapons away, no one should ever stir one step on the field, for no one knows when need might have, on a sudden, a man of his sword. No, little helper, not done.
That's where we stand right now.
It's at stage fright. So free-handed never found I a man, but would gladly take what is given. Nor of his goods so ungrudging ever to forego what is given him. Of his worldly goods which he gotten hath, let a man not stint over much. For oft is lavished on foe what for friend was saved, for matters go often amiss. With weapons and weeds should friends be won, as one can see in themselves. Those who give to each